I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Dr. Bones, listening to Dr. Bones.
Good evening, this is Dr. Bones Live, and tonight my guest is Dos Ringos. Welcome to the show, guys.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how about yourself?
Couldn't be better. Fantastic.
Right on. So, first question, guys. Dos Ringos, it's a funny but it's a cool name, too. Like, have you guys been thinking about that for a while? Again, just popped your head and said, you know what, that's cool, we're going to go with that.
Well, it's kind of a long story. It comes from kind of when we first started doing some recording back in the late 90s together. We had a bass player and a drummer friends that we'd kind of jam with when we were playing live and stuff like that, parties, and when we'd go to record, it would just be me and Scott here, which obviously Dos, and then the Ringos comes from the old rumor that Paul McCartney would go back in and redo Ringo's drum tracks in the early days in the studio. So we just kind of called ourselves Dos Ringos.
Oh, man. That's funny that you mentioned Ringo, because just recently, I mean, these pictures have been up online for a while, but I saw them again the other day, and it was a media question. Paul and John were being asked if Ringo was the best drummer in the band, and the best drummer in the world, and they're like, well, he's not even the best drummer in the band. So, I mean, let's face it, he kind of fell ass backwards into that fortune and fame. So,
Well, I think it ended up all right for him.
oh, absolutely, he did. So, so you guys have been recording together since the early '90s. Has the sound changed at all? I mean, like, what did you guys start off jamming with? Because I mean, obviously, it's been a bit of a time since you guys have been jamming together.
Well, the actual tunes really aren't that much different. It's kind of still that kind of Americana, that mix of rock, blues, southern country, that
Same influences.
the same influences. And believe it or not, really, the actual music from then and now hasn't changed that much. The technology, doing the recording has, but
Yeah, we started back in the 90s. We were using an 8-track cassette Fostex, and now we're doing Pro Tools 10. So there's a little bit of a difference there.
Absolutely, no, man. I remember years back recording on an 8-track, and what a difference now of the technology we have to be able to use and create music and make things essentially a lot easier.
Oh, definitely easier. Definitely. Once you learn the software.
Well, that's right, and that's the next trick, and that's the thing is there's so much software out there right now, and a lot of it's good, but it's a pain to learn how to use. A lot of it's you can almost only go trial by error, because trying to explain it just would take way too long, and you still wouldn't get everything. I had my own experience with a program called Reason, which is a killer program, but man, it took forever to learn how to use that thing.
Oh yeah, it took us a bit to learn the Pro Tools, and I think you can actually kind of hear it on our release that we did ourselves between, maybe the first song we did and the last couple, just being able on the engineering side to learn some of the plugins and be able to use them and things like that a little more efficiently. So.
Now, have you found, obviously, that since it's obviously more efficient, how much have you noticed like maybe a better quality in the recording, like a clearer sound as opposed to more of like a rough kind of grungy sound?
I think maybe on some of the tracks, like certain things, obviously vocals are the hardest damn thing to record and to engineer, but you start learning to tweak with some of this stuff and getting some different ideas and things of that nature. Seems to make it a little easier, a little quicker, and get a little better quality in the end.
But at the end of the day, it's the song, and the song has to stand by its own. And if it's good, you can record it on your dad's reel-to-reel,
Right.
Or your phone.
Or your phone. And good song is still a good song.
No, very true, and I couldn't agree more. Now, speaking of songs, the songs on your self-titled album, which is available on your website right now, are most of the songs kind of newer, or were some of them actually pulled from when you guys first started jamming in the 90s?
These are all new songs.
Yeah. The oldest one's probably back from about 2008 maybe. They got redone. The basic idea I had written back about '08, and that's probably one of them we're going to play for you this evening. But we revamped it. Scotty added a little bit of his stuff to it, and we tend to do that. One of us kind of have a basic idea or something, and we'll bring it in, and we'll sit down together and come up with the parts. And like that one, he broke out the old steel guitar and laid some really sweet steel licks on it, and added a bunch. So.
Well, right on. I know, and then that actually kind of partially answers my next question. Because I was curious about the dynamic of how the both of you work together. So do you guys both write and then come together and jam it, or just is it kind of one for one?
Most of the tunes, and jump in, Scott.
We do it both ways. Sometimes we'll have I'll have a complete song idea and might need to rewrite parts, and or Trent will have the whole idea and rewrite parts. We collaborate and write together, and sometimes we'll bring in a song and we'll go, that's great, but let's totally redo it and do it this way or that way. So it's kind of all over the board, which is cool. It keeps it fresh. You get to work together. Yeah. Somebody's always got something to add or bring to the party, bring to the table.
Restructure a little maybe, or that's why you'll see on the back of the album all songs written by Dos Ringos, because it's just a partnership.
Man, that's really cool. Just because it's one of those curiosity questions I always have. Always curious as to know as to how the dynamic of the band works, because each one is different. Even if they're all collaborating all the time, there's always someone who brings something maybe unique and different to the table each time they write a song or come up with a different jam.
Yeah, not to compare ourselves, but we're big fans of the Truckers, and those guys, if Hood writes it or Cooley writes it, usually that's who's singing it, and we kind of do the same thing. If Scott's got the basic idea and wrote it, he's going to sing it. That's just the way it is. So.
And we've done it the other way too. We took a tune.
One coming up on the new album actually that we're working on. Basic idea with Scott's, but he's like, I think maybe you ought to sing the main part on it. So.
Well, it's. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, whatever works out, whoever's voice fits it, or however it works out best, we'll try it. We'll throw it against the wall, see what sticks.
Well, you're absolutely right. It is a great way to keep things fresh, because if you're constantly switching up, you never know what you're gonna get. Because each song, whether it's your creation or Trent's creation, even if that person might fit it, the other one might sing it a little bit better, because they might have a different idea in their head of how to just kind of put that little twist on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with some of the vocal phrasings and things, you'll get something different from each guy that tries to sing it, and some might fit really well and go, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Now, when you guys play live, do people beforehand already know that there's that you guys kind of switch it up a lot, or is it kind of like a surprise for the crowd, something that kind of is a bit of a crowd pleaser, we'll say?
I don't think it's a surprise. We both if one guy's singing, the other guy's singing too. So most of the live stuff we do acoustic duo, and we're gonna do some live gigs with an actual band coming up when the weather ever straightens up.
Yeah, no kidding.
Getting the second project recorded, and working it out with a full band. Right now, we decided with the crappy weather here, let's get the second project recorded. We got songs written. Then we'll worry about toward the summer getting the band together and worry about playing this.
Weatherman, I feel you. It's been horrible here. We've had probably one of the coldest winters in London on record in years.
Now you're in Ontario, is that
yeah,
correct?
that's right. I'm in Ontario, so I'm right around the quote unquote snow belt.
That's what I thought.
So we've got hammered quite a bit this year already, and I'm done. Like I want summer. I'm done with this. I'm done shoveling. I'm done with the whole deal.
Well, I'd venture to say Indiana here has got the same weather as you, which is not typical, but oh well.
Yeah, we're fucking done too.
We'll just write more songs and keep on playing.
Right on, man. Well, you're definitely you're not too far. I mean, like I used to live in Michigan for a while, and when you're going through Chicago is the only time you could drive through the state in the hour, which is Indiana.
Right.
So that's one thing that always.
Right. We're in Michigan.
I was in this
Very cool.
Southern County. So I was in Oakland County, which is
Very cool.
so it was about 45 minutes south of the city.
Very nice, beautiful state.
So yeah, I was there for a number of years. But anyways, that was my only kind of tidbit, useless fact that you can drive through Indiana in an hour if you're going to Chicago from Michigan on 94. So, but
94.
so let's get into one of your tunes. I'm excited to hear this. So what are you gonna play for us today?
All right. Well, I thought we'll start off. We'll play Roses off the release.
Right on. Well, whenever you're ready.
Well, yeah, we'll start off. Strum that and see if the volume's still okay. We can switch the volume up if need be.
Sure.
A little bit for you. So.
That's good, man. That's fine.
Awesome. Well, this is Roses off our debut release, self-titled Dos Ringos. 1, 2, 3. Take the roses down. The dead and they look like hell. Petals have left only thorns. Land have lost their smell. So please, just take the roses down. Take the pictures down. Put them on a shelf. But I can't stand to look at them when I'm talking to myself. So please, just take the pictures down. Well, the nights are good when the whiskey's strong. Jukebox plays those Merle songs. Morning will come around too soon, but I think it'll be a great afternoon if you would just take the roses down.
Right on.
Take the roses down. The dead and they look like hell. Petals have left only thorns. Land have lost their smell. So please, just take the
Right on, man. That was awesome. That was great, man. It was nice. That song in particular, the harmonies on it was really cool. But I was thinking, more or less, I might be getting ahead of myself. But was this a past experience of some sort, or something else had? Because roses and whiskey, and
I'll let Trent take this.
Yeah.
That's why, because I wrote the words. That ain't fair. Yeah, you could look at it that way. It's I don't know, your old classic breakup song, I suppose, something like that.
Well, I do have to admit I am a fan of whiskey, so it kind of caught my ear with that one. So
yeah, that's one from a few years back. That's the oldest one on the record, I would say.
We revamped it, kind of put some Neil Young style on the record, kind of some Neil Young steel in there, and
yeah, you hear Scotty playing some sweet steel licks on the record on that.
Well, I've heard the entire thing, and the ones I've been playing the most is All I Am and a little bit of something, and they've been getting a huge response. I mean, a lot of people are digging you guys as well as I am, and
really? That's cool. Great. That's cool to hear.
And it's nice, man, because it's just because I do that show New Music Saturday every Saturday, and the past few Saturdays, like with you guys and a few other bands, there's been so much good response to them, and the numbers just been people listening to the show has been amazing just because they've been loving them so much. And it's so nice to get the tweet saying like, where do you find these guys? Or during the broadcast, they'll retweet and talk about it. Because one thing I try to do every Saturday is I have essentially she's somewhat of a co-host, and on usually every Saturday she comes on for New Music Saturday, so we get a chance to kind of have a first listen and discuss the songs.
Yeah, I listened in last Saturday.
So it's a lot of fun that way because it just, you get more of a, we'll call it a real opinion, because now you've heard it just the one time, you haven't listened to it 2 or 3 times yet. So
the unsigned community is awesome, and we have made a ton of friends, just other bandmates and shows like yours, and we want to thank your fans and your listeners for sending in those tweets and liking us. So
yeah, as well as yourself for the support. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much, and all your listeners too.
Oh, it's definitely my pleasure. Sorry, just chuckling because I just curious about the album cover. Like that the statue looks kind of familiar, but I can't place it.
Well, we call him Tiki Man. He's kind of a cross between an Easter Island guy and a Tiki guy, and believe it or not, he came from a garage sale for $5. We threw a cowboy hat on him, took a picture of him in the middle of the night. We were throwing down and singing songs and partying, and
I snapped a shot with my camera in the dark, and it turned out good. And it's actually statues out front of Scott's Lake House and looking over the water, and we threw the Charlie One Horse cowboy hat on him, and it turned out great. And we're like, well, hell, let's just put it on the album cover.
To any of your listeners, if you want to try to steal him, he weighs about 350 pounds. Bring a couple buddies with you, because you're not going to get him up the hill by yourself.
Oh man. The question is how hard was it to get it down the hill?
It took a couple guys, a couple beers, I think, to get him down the hill. So.
No, it was like I said, it's a really good pick, and it did turn out really well. And I said I was just curious because now that I see Easter Islands, now that's kind of the part I was thinking about. And it's like I was looking at this, it's vaguely familiar. I just can't place it.
Yeah, the Guardians on Easter Island, I don't think have cowboy hats.
No, very true. I was more talking facial features as opposed to that.
Maybe they should.
So, when you guys wrote this album, did you have like a certain kind of theme line in mind as far as the arrangement of the songs go?
I would say no. We just brought what we had to the recording sessions. Some of them were written during the sessions. it was just kind of a melting pot of probably a couple, 2 or 3 that we had, a couple, 2 or 3 we did at the same time they were going on. So it just kind of turned into what it was from both directions, I guess.
It's I mean, the style of music is who we are, and it's just one of those things. Hey, here's what we do. Let's record it. You know.
Oh man, it sounds really good. And the one thing I want to, I'm probably gonna do is I am gonna order it, but I'm gonna order the vinyl and just put my dad's address, and she's still in Michigan, make it a lot easier because I can go up and grab it.
Right on.
That way it'll save some postage. So.
Well, we'll look when we see your name. We'll sign it for you if you like.
Awesome, that would be very cool.
Yeah, and to any of the fans out there, DosRingosMusic.com will send you to our website. From there, you can get to all of our links where you can get the record direct, CD Baby.
Yeah, download it digitally at CD Baby right off our website.
We got other avenues, Amazon and
we're on iTunes,
as well.
Amazon, yeah.
But DosRingos.com will take you to
DosRingosMusic.com.
DosRingosMusic.com will take you to where you need to get the record.
Well, you can follow us on Twitter or Facebook from there. Join our fan club. That'd be great.
Now, have you guys toured at all for this album? I mean, just like whether it be locally or just like kind of just over to the next state at all?
You know, to be honest with you, we released it in November.
Okay.
And we kind of took some time off afterwards, just enjoying it and trying to make some connections to distribute it and things of that nature. And then, you know, the shitstorm in January hit, and we started talking, and we're like, hey, let's just start recording the second one. We got material. We'll worry about getting the band and getting out there.
We're looking to probably start playing some live dates April 1st. So watch our Twitter and watch our Facebook. Go to DosRingosMusic.com, and we should have some live dates.
Yeah, we'll keep it up to date on there.
Popping up probably around April 1st. That's our plan, is to kick it off then.
It's a goal. We're shooting for it, yeah.
Well, if you happen to slide into Michigan, definitely let me know because I'll be coming up to see you guys.
Awesome, I love Michigan.
We love the Motor City.
Well, it's a close drive too. It's like not even 2 hours from here.
Cool.
So it's really close. You guys had another song planned for tonight. What was the second song you guys gonna jam for us?
Well, we thought we'd play a song that is not on the album. It's going to be on the new release. It's a brand new song, and it's a song we really like to play. And so we'll kind of maybe give your listeners something that they can't hear on the record.
Yeah, we've actually got it in the tank recorded. It's an electric tune, but we're going to try to work up a little acoustic version of it here for you. Give you something new.
So this is kind of the first time it's ever been heard.
Pretty much.
You and your listeners will be the first one to hear it. It's called Kentucky Women.
Right on.
Are we ready?
Whenever you are.
1, 2, ready to go. Gotta You know what I mean? Drinking champagne in a black limousine. Whatever happened to the last whiskey bar? Drinking moonshine from an old ball jar. It's all long gone. It's all long gone. It's all long gone.
Right on, man. That was an awesome tune, and I think safe to say very country influence. My dog ran away.
Hey man, everybody's dog runs away.
I know. It was just funny. Like, as soon as I heard that line, it's like, that's awesome. That was such a perfect line for that part of the song.
Thank you. That's yeah, like I said, that's the first one we started on off the new record. That's a Scotty idea that he brought to the table and said, check this out.
It'll probably be the first single release off the new record. We'll see how the rest of it goes, but we like it, and we thought we'd give you something new to listen to.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
So,
Thank you.
well, the next thing I was actually going to ask, and we kind of touched on it a bit already, is how has the social media worked for you, i.e. like Twitter, SoundCloud, Facebook, that sort of thing?
Trent is really the driver behind that, so I'm going to let him talk.
I tell you what, really surprised because before we really started doing this whole gig back last spring, getting in and recording this one, I had not used Twitter a whole bunch. I'm not a huge fan of Facebook myself. We're on there, but Twitter has been amazing. We've made some great contacts. Folks like yourself, we've gotten radio shows to play us in England, the UK, Texas, New Jersey, just Canada, all over the place. So Twitter's been just wonderful, and it seems like everybody on there is kind of, for lack of a better word, pretty cool, and likes following each other, and if they like it, they'll retweet it, and I mean, it's just been really cool.
There's a huge audience for new music that isn't the same thing you're going to hear in your
shit, clear channels shoving down your throat, stuff like that.
Which is really neat, I think.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Man, I couldn't agree more. And you know what? Initially, like I don't use Facebook too much. Like I have a fan page and I post things once in a while, but I don't use it too often. I'm more on Twitter than anything. But it's been a gold mine for like, unsigned and indie music. It's just unbelievable, and the stuff I've found in the past 2 years has just kind of blown me away. And literally from like North America across the ocean to the UK and Ireland and Scotland, it's been a real treat, man, and I can't get enough of it.
Yeah, Facebook's kind of a necessary evil, the way I look at it.
No, fair enough. It's easier to post your gigs on there, but people are more willing to be communicative on Twitter than they are on Facebook because it's easier and it's nicer that Twitter restricts you to a certain amount of characters when you're typing stuff out, so you can't go on and on and on and on like you can on Facebook. Because let's face it, like some people put up like paragraphs.
Oh, the only rambles that I actually read on Facebook is Ray Wiley Hubbard. I follow him, and just wonderful stuff that he writes. But other than that, I don't give a shit what somebody's cooking for dinner or bought.
Well, yeah.
Any of our fans that are following us on Facebook, we love you.
Well,
so
yeah.
I mean, continue to send you Facebook updates.
It's not about the fans. It's about Facebook as an entity and what happens on there and doesn't happen. Hell, I'll post some stuff on there and it'll tell me that 2 people saw it. And I'm like, really? 2 people out of, I mean, we don't have that many followers on Facebook, but 2 out of 150 some, that's all that actually saw the post. It's like, why bother posting that,
Yeah, you know what? You got a point there, and actually, not too long ago, Ben commented saying that, it's really only good for gigs because people, once they like the page, know they've kind of, quote-unquote, fulfilled their duty, so they don't really pay attention anymore.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what, I never thought about that. Was a really good point, though. He's got a good point. That's why Twitter is so much better. And the fans, like myself, like it more because, it's a bit more personal, so, you kind of find out a little bit more about the band. I mean, you don't have to get, like, super, like, personal and in-depth, but the point being is, the fact that you're communicating back, it's makes the fans kind of a lot more appreciative of the music.
And we've gotten a little bit of traction with Reverb Nation as well. We were number one.
Number two for locally.
Number two locally
Little while.
for actually 3-4 months here in the local indie market, Indianapolis.
In Americana, yeah.
But by far, Twitter's been our
Yeah, Twitter's been the godsend, I think. So.
Well, right on, man. That's all I have for you guys tonight. But guys, thank you so much for doing the show, and playing those live songs were great. And Kentucky Women is a great song, man. I really like it.
Well, we certainly appreciate it, man.
Be sure to listen to it when we get the new album released. It'll be rocking up. It's pretty heavy tune, so we like it. And we want to thank you and again all your followers and all your listeners for taking a listen to us tonight. So thanks a bunch.
Yeah, we definitely want to thank you, and I don't know. We'll leave you with the greatest opening line to ever be written in music, if you'd like.
Go for it.
The only two things in life that make it worth living are guitars that tune good and firm feeling women. There you go.
Right on. Oh, guys, thank you so much. And we'll definitely keep in touch. And once that new album comes out, we'll definitely have you back on the show.
Right on, man. Thanks a bunch.
We'd love to come back. Thanks again.
Awesome. And like I said, let me know if you hit up Michigan for a show, because I'll be down for going to see it.
Right on.
Awesome.
All right, guys. Thanks again. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. All right, guys. That was Dos Ringos. I hope you enjoyed the live tunes, Roses off the album, and the newest one, Kentucky Women. It was a great show. I had a lot of fun, so hope you guys enjoyed it as well. So until next time, we'll talk to you very soon, which is tomorrow at 8 p.m. I'll be interviewing Peter Klein. Make sure to tune in for that. Until then, Bones out.